What's up, guys? It's your favorite pothead, Smokey, and this is the High Times Hybrid, where we do not promote weed, but we do smoke it. What we did is we just took our high conversation on certain topics and talked about it for you guys' enjoyment. So let's get to the video.
Okay, so this is just going to be basically a discussion-based thing. I didn't tell anyone what the topic was. I wanted it to be more organic. So, what's up, everybody?
What's cracking?
Hey.
Monster, Moss, Elise, Trevor, and Chance here. Okay, so basically, this is gonna be basically a discussion about like your own opinions on like marijuana, like your own opinions on it.
Oh, okay.
For sure.
I thought the question was gonna be harder than that.
Weird.
Well,
Right.
that's how it's gonna start, and then I'm just gonna branch off some stuff. Okay, so
You're gonna go in a circle? So,
no, just anybody can have the floor. It's open discussion. So what do you guys? What are some things that you guys know about marijuana? Like your
facts?
opinions, stuff like that.
Well,
So
it
you want
heals
facts or
cancer.
opinion?
Okay.
It heals certain elements of cancer for one. So you give me a drug out there that the man is pushing, and I don't mean the man like the government or the white man, but you know, man-made like drugs or whatever. They're pushing things that could kill you, and marijuana could actually kill you. So
Yeah.
you just think about that.
Repeat the question one more time. Trust me, I know marijuana can be like an amazing thing and fantastic recreationally. You know, but it does have like a ton of medicinal like uses that can be like cure to diseases. So I believe it's fun. You know, you just have to use it and know what you're using it for. There's different strands. You have, your indicas, your sativas, all that.
And to add on what Chance is saying, like, marijuana is the only thing out there that actually helps with emotions even. Like, yeah, there's all these drugs that are supposed to help with, like, anxiety and stuff like that, but the only one that actually works is marijuana.
Oh, yeah. For sure. That's my medicine, because
you guys are kind of biased there, I think. Like,
Why?
y'all all smoke. Like, it's easy for you guys to say, like, oh yeah, it helps emotionally, because y'all smoke.
But I'm logical.
Well,
like,
that is not true, because that is already
because
facts,
of the
though.
That's a fact? Or is that
That's
an opinion?
facts. That
So it's a fact that it's the only
that
thing
we-
that can emotionally stabilize you?
No, well, I didn't say.
No,
I didn't agree
based
with him
off
by
of
saying that's the
research.
only thing. We're
That's
just
what I
saying
thought y'all
that
were
those
talking
are some of its qualities or some of its pros or whatever.
Right,
what it
like-
like helps, and it helps people who have mental disorders or mood disorders or whatever, or anorexia, which is basically started in the mind or whatever, you know. So it's like that's what I was
I've
just
done
saying.
research. I suffer from some of these things that I'm talking about,
Yeah.
and the only thing that's worked for me is marijuana.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not coming against it. I was just asking a question. I guess you could think of it as like fucking whatever that shit's called.
A mood stabilizer.
No, what I was doing, like, from the outside, because you guys all have the same opinion. I was asking a question from the opposite direction.
So you don't
This is
smoke.
true.
I smoke on occasion.
Oh, okay.
Like,
So you know, like, how the high feels or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
so to speak.
He's just the only one here that isn't high right now.
No,
I'm the type of person, no matter what it is that I do, I prefer to do it in moderation. So, like,
No, that's
I don't
for
do
sure
a lot of
cool.
anything.
It would be
Moderation
like
relative.
the last
for
time
me.
you smoked weed would be like a few days ago or something.
That's
like
moderation
that.
to you?
No, I'm asking you. Is that what
for
it
me?
is to
Nah,
you?
like, probably last month.
Oh, okay.
Are you
That's
serious?
the same for me. I've been on hiatus. Like, this is the first time I've smoked in, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
never bitch.
No, actually, it was. It has
I
been
haven't
like
smoked
3
since
weeks.
Allie's birthday.
You haven't. But that was not 3 weeks ago. That was, first of all, last week.
That
Wasn't
no,
last
it
week.
wasn't. It was like 3 weeks.
Allie's birthday is
It was
on
a
the
minute.
4th, and mine's on the 19th, which is on Tuesday. That's
Well,
nuts.
anyway, it was longer
Well,
than the two of
I-
us.
That's what I was thinking of. That's what I was trying to say.
What?
Like, you guys were all biased towards weed. That's why I asked you that, like, from a different side. It's playing devil's advocate for the question. Yeah.
Right.
But I'm not biased towards it. I was just
I'm not either.
co-signing
I do
what
everything
someone was
logically,
saying.
so.
I'm
I
just
mean,
saying.
there's nothing to be ashamed of. Like
Nah, I mean, definitely, especially not out here in California. Like, weed is, like, normal.
Yeah, pretty much.
Everybody that I met in California smokes or has smoked. In Virginia, like that shit's rare as fuck. A lot of people don't smoke.
Because
Yeah.
it's just supply and demand out there. That's why people don't smoke, because you cannot get no bomb
We
weed
get it more
in
in
Virginia.
I feel like-
or it's gonna be super
I
expensive.
think your opinion of
so.
weed is different if you're out there. Like weed is way
Oh
better
yeah,
out
and
here.
then you do live in Virginia.
Yeah.
You live in one of those political states or whatever, so to speak, or whatever. And some of those values are strong down there. You know, like especially you know how South has their values and how they have like family as a tradition, and this is how it's supposed to be, and things like that. When you go to places like Virginia and Chicago or different places, Baltimore, they have like little strong values, so they have their culture, their ideas, and their opinions. So
Baltimore kinda
weed
reminds
is
me of
like,
LA.
I never been out there before.
You never been to
Maryland,
Baltimore?
but I know I heard it's like a jungle out there.
It's just imagine like South Central. It's kind of
Yeah, so
Yeah,
ooh,
it's
I
just
don't
like
want to
that.
go out there because
Just
I ain't
cold.
been to
It gets
South
cold out
Central.
You
It's
said
cold.
you've never been?
No, I said I don't want to go out there because I've been to South
Oh,
Central.
well,
so
I mean, it's
yeah.
just, it reminds me of like, Baltimore is like any other inner city you could think
Oh,
of.
you know what? I've been to Baltimore on TV. I've watched all of the seasons of The Wire. I feel like I actually do know Baltimore.
I don't think real life is always like that. I don't think it's that bad out there.
They made that shit look rough, dog. I was like,
I didn't like The
man.
Wire. That shit used to make me scared when I was young.
I liked it. I actually started watching The Wire like way after the series went off, actually, and I was liking it.
I think The Wire is the reason why I don't like suspenseful stuff. Like to this day, I don't watch anything with suspense except for maybe scary movies. That's probably all.
So you don't watch stuff like Law and Order and stuff?
Law and Order, I don't really get engaged in it. Like I'll watch it. But, like,
yeah,
like if
Law and Order
I'm on
is
my phone,
interesting.
I just be on my phone or talking to somebody. But like
You have to watch Law and Order from the beginning.
No, I have.
You
I
know?
started SVU.
No, I'm not talking about from the beginning of the whole
Right.
the series, but I'm talking about the episode.
No, I'm
like,
asking you. Are you talking about Criminal Intent or?
Just Law and Order,
All the
period.
Law
You
and
know how they
Order.
got all
Every
those
Law and Order
different
is the same.
ventures.
Nah, Criminal Intent
Right.
sucks.
No, well, which one is Ice-T on?
Special Victims Unit.
Yeah, I love that one.
That's
I
the good
love
one.
that
SVU.
one. I really do.
That's the good one.
They always be having fucking sexual related crimes. They be all like sexual related crimes
That's
or
SVU.
something.
That's Special Victims Unit.
But
Hopefully
special victims is like sexual. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was just different. I was all like, why do they always have sexual victims?
Nah,
They're
Criminal
nasty.
Intent is
but,
different.
okay.
Like they have like regular crimes and shit.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I don't know why I know so much about a show I don't watch.
Right, but it's been on for so long. I feel like I should know this.
Yeah, it's alright. That's all you need. Nobody wants it.
I don't even want it.
Well, put it out here.
He'll get all sad. He dropped his head.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So what's the next question, nigga? This has been too long.
Okay.
You got
So-
chance thinking now.
Great.
It's like
Okay. So what would you guys say are like the negative things people say about it that you do or don't agree with? Like just like the overall negative connotations people have about it.
Oh my god, my brain hurts. That's literally the thing.
Nah, people like
Shit.
everyone says it's a gateway drug. Everyone says it's gonna lead to like, all right, if you smoke weed, you're gonna do cocaine one day, or you're gonna start doing heroin. Like that's my mom. That's all my mom said growing up. Like, you guys better not be smoking weed. You want to be on heroin like your uncles, like that type of shit. Like so if I start smoking weed, then I'm gonna do heroin. Like
That's the master
honestly,
key's drug.
that's why I didn't try weed for so long, because I really felt that in my mind. Like, man, if I start smoking, I don't want to do heroin or nothing like that. Like that shit had me scared, but.
That's
Like,
not true.
I think it all depends on the individual. Because I've seen people
yes.
self-destruct from using weed, and that's just because they got addictive personalities. They
Yes,
they can't moderate. And then there's people that like smoke weed and run track, play football,
Yeah,
all types of shit. And
You
they
have
just
that
balance.
in your genealogy or
Yeah.
your DNA. Some people, if they have alcoholics or drug addicts in
Yeah.
their family, weed could be a gateway drug for them, and they will be these people sitting up here strung out on heroin, so to
Yeah.
speak,
But,
or whatever, because they started off with weed. But
Definitely.
if it's not like that, then I kind of think that it's not gonna be like that. So I don't know.
I'm different though because like I come from a family that you're talking about where like my dad's addicted
like
to weed
addiction and stuff.
like
Yeah.
people on my mom's side of the family are addicted to heroin and shit like that. But it's different for me. Like I don't have an addictive personality. Right. Yeah. Like I don't have an addictive personality. I just enjoy being high sometimes when I need to. Like I only do it for medicinal purposes. Yeah. I don't do it for anything else. Like, that's the only reason why I smoke tonight, because I need to.
I ain't gonna lie, I do it for medicinal purposes, recreational purposes.
Today was purely recreational.
Social purposes.
Long ass fucking
I do that shit for a lot of purposes. My life revolves around weed, really. But that's not a bad thing, though.
Some people are like that, but like you said, like, some people, they can.
Like, I'm gonna have a weed bar at my wedding.
To weed, because they have families that have those personalities.
But yeah, it just depends on the personality. It's your mental.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that, Trevor, because actually, the next thing I was gonna ask was, you guys know how like the whole addiction like phase starts, like why that happens to people.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know like there's. I actually paid attention in one of my health classes, so I figured this out. But there's this
chemical.
There's this chemical that goes off in the human mind when they when they do something they like, pretty much.
Isn't
something that brings them joy.
Dopamine.
Yeah, the dopamine, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. You know more. Yeah, that goes off, and it's like pretty much this whole. Now they're like kind of happy. It's like a happy feeling type thing.
I'm sorry, I just channeled it a little bit. But yeah.
And for different people, different things give them that sense of dopamine.
Thank you.
A lot of people, they can get that sense from weed. Like you guys are saying, you smoke weed, you feel good. Dopamines in your brain are, going off.
Mm-hmm.
Addiction starts when you've had that feeling for so long because of that one thing. That now only that one thing can get you that feeling again. The dopamine cells won't pretty much generate for anything else.
That sounds like a sex addiction, kind of.
Yeah, but I was just thinking about it's whatever is your mental trigger. Hell, it could even be food. I really feel like,
it can literally be
a big
one
old
of
fat
any,
bitch
many of
because she loves
anything,
food.
any
She
reason.
feels some type of way when she eat that cake.
Exactly. So now the term of weed being a gateway drug, the gateway starts when now they have their senses of dopamine like pretty much going on for weed.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're going so high, and it's like, okay, well now I want to see if I can get any higher.
Yeah.
That's the trying to surpass the feeling that you have then is what opens the gateway. Weed isn't really that gateway because there are tons of other things that could do that.
Yeah, and you just have an addictive personality.
Happens to be smoking cigarettes, cigarettes are addictive too.
Yeah.
Plus, they've killed more people than weed has ever.
Niggas walking around with holes in their fucking neck and shit.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, how much different is it that weed is the one legalized and not cigarettes? When either one can really do that whole gateway thing.
TJ. It's a whole conspiracy, bro, and that's
I don't
another
get that
podcast.
Either because like cigarettes are out there and they've literally killed people.
But they make money off of cigarettes.
Man,
it's just all about money, guys. It's not really never
they
nothing.
Want people to like. It's a cycle. They want people to eat bad and have bad health, and then they go into it goes into the medical, like insurance, all that stuff.
And then they also do that to poor people, so that poor people can remain poor for a long time. And they also put all of that malt liquor, the little cheap tobacco products that are $1 and all that little cheap shit in the hood, so the motherfuckers can stay in the hood and remain in the hood and die in the hood and give people more money or whatever towards the medical insurance. Baby, it's all about money. Don't ever fucking think about it that much. On planet Earth right about now, everything is about money, and that's not good. Did y'all know
that there are more cigarette advertisements
in poor neighborhoods? Girl, the truth commercials, the knowledge of motherfucker, right? Girl, you better listen to the truth commercials. And that show you how they feel about you. They just want you to be poor forever. But the nice thing to know about it to turn this conversation around is you have the fucking power not to fucking use that shit. You have the power to save your money. You have the power to fucking own your house. You have the power to do what the fuck ever you want to do. If you want to fuck up your life and do drugs and fuck bitches because of the dopamine and how it makes your fucking mind feel and all that shit, and fuck off your life, go do it. or you have the fucking chance to change the world, change your life for whatever you want to do. It's all about how you think and approach the situation.
I feel like it's easy to say stuff like that, but like so much of what people do is kind of like the environment that they're in. So
baby steps, though.
people
Baby
have
steps.
people have the choice to do whatever they want, but ultimately, like you're the product of your environment. You
You can't change your environment, though, man. I know shitty ass people who come from shitty ass environments that turn their shit around. It's a lot likely, but you know the odds are 50-50. So what you're saying has validity to it, but I'm just a positive person, and it's not even really an argument because
cool
it's just
positive,
my opinion.
But you also have to be like more realistic.
But it is realistic. You do have the power to change your life or change the world.
Like when you tell stuff like that, like oh yeah, it's as simple as like yeah, paying for your house or stop doing drugs or don't do them in the first place. But when you see everyone around you, you grow up around it. You see your people, like your family, killing themselves, doing heroin, smoking crack, selling it, smoking cigarettes. You know, it's normal. Like you're socialized at that point. So you grow up
this is
and
social.
you think a whole other perspective. So I mean, it's not that easy.
Though.
It's not that easy to fight against it though. Not everybody has that in them.
Well, not everybody has that in them. Everybody knows that. That's why this system is created together, and it is called society. And you have systems. We live in an invisible caste system, whereas black people and minorities are going to be poor forever, and it's the same cycle of the same type of life lived over and over and over. But you do, at the same time, at the end of the day, have a decision to not be a part of that if you don't want to. Like, I come from the hood, honey. I'm motherfucking ghetto as fuck. Let's not even go there. But I'm still intelligent. I'm still smart. My mama was alcoholic. I come from a whole bunch of crackheads. But for some reason, I made it or whatever. And it is, and it does depend on the person. And everybody don't have that in them. But it's the survival of the fittest. I'm very fit. So I'm just telling you how I feel about the situation. That's all.
And I see both y'all's points because, like you said, the environment you're explaining, I came from. My dad smoked weed every day. My dad was addicted to weed. He was an alcoholic at the same time, and I saw what he did, but I made the choice to do differently. That's why I only use marijuana for the medicinal purposes. I don't smoke marijuana on a daily basis.
Yeah, sparingly at that. I'll be all
I do it only for what it, I do it only for what it does for me, but for him it was something different. So I see what you're saying, but I also see what you're saying because I also come from a household where most of my family is addicted to drugs or addicted to alcohol or whatever, and I made that choice to not do the same thing. You know, it is hard, but I still make that choice. But I still have those tendencies. Like I know I'm an alcoholic, just like my damn daddy is, but I choose not to drink on that.
Yeah. You just can't let them. You can't let them beast, motherfucker. You gotta let them beast lay. Like you can't feed that beast too much. That's all. And it's good that you know that about yourself, and that it's good that I know that about myself. You know, coming from a senator background or whatever. You know, but yeah, so to speak or whatever. It's just really how you look at shit. I guess I don't know. I'm just talking.
Ain't that supposed to be? Okay.
Where are we then? I think I ate it.
You better not eat like that.
But I think as long as there's people, there's always going to be poor. Like as long as there's like classes of stuff. Someone's always got to be broke.
Oh you know? Yeah. It doesn't somebody gotta clean your toilet.
It don't necessarily mean those people made the worst decisions.
Oh no, it's a system,
like
you can
there's
be a
always
happy
gonna be
poor person.
But ultimately, like I guess there's two sides to it. Because you're right. There's a whole system like that's trying to keep poor people poor and stuff like that. But there's also like I learned in I forgot what class it was.
It had to have been sociology. There's sociology.
Basically, the lower class is like paying for everything. They're buying. They're the one buying everything.
It's designed intentionally like that. Do you know? By 2053, blacks and Latinos is going to have a buying power of 0 if everything keeps on being up and going up. Thank you. But see what you're saying or whatever, that being the choice. So it may or may not happen depending on the choices us as people or as a culture make or whatever, and all that fucking. You know, buying gold jewelry and shit when you were a rapper before buying.
It also goes back to your education, though. Like
your knowledge, and you have to be financially literate.
They don't teach that
and they not teach none of that stuff. Yes, they
teach
like
it.
what you're saying, yes.
And they're reducing the curriculum.
But why do you
even
think
more
they're
because
doing
of the
that?
South Carolina
I mean,
information
they don't.
has no
I mean,
more.
the information is all there. At this point, in this day and age, no one has an
But
excuse.
it's not reaching an audience
Nah, but
because
I'm
they
saying
don't
it's there.
want it
If you
to
wanna
reach
know it,
that
everyone
audience.
has a computer. Everyone carries a
Yeah,
computer with them.
but we
Anyone can
gotta
learn
do
anything.
something to get the people or whatever
Ah.
attention to where you would have. You see how you have a mass audience of young people who listen to hip hop. If you can have that same audience or whatever, and its
But they're not
population
gonna
of
listen
people.
to it if they don't want to.
No, but I'm saying if you could make them want, I'm just saying this would be my fantasy or whatever.
Oh.
If you can make all them goddamn young kids who be listening to Lil Uzi Vert, EXO, Tour Life, and all these motherfucking depression ass songs and all this bullshit that's out there. If you could really make them listen to, financial literacy and things that could prolong them as in the future or whatever, because y'all motherfuckers gonna have to live in this motherfucking future shit, and you don't want to be poor when we go to fucking space and y'all gotta stay on planet Earth.
Why I gotta
And
stay
this
on planet Earth?
apocalyptic and shit, and we all got money and we in space and shit, but the poor people have to be left on Earth because we gonna go into some times like that. Y'all need to know it. So to be financially literate can save you, and you can have a future, and you can be able to buy you a little cot on Sector 9. Not a cot, but you know what I mean. Buy you your little condo on Sector 9. Not a bungalow, bitch. I'm having an apartment.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna go travel my shit freely. I'm gonna go visit Mars. Let me shut up. But I'm just saying in the future that could happen. And they will leave all the fucking poor people behind. They will fucking die and be killed off.
But
Like
it
all
goes
those
back
I
to
want
what
to
you were
see
saying,
them.
which is everybody carries around a computer, just nobody wants to research.
Yeah, and what are we looking at on our computers though? Everybody not looking at important shit. They looking at bullshit. We looking at
Right.
viral videos of bitches fighting and
why?
people
Because
saying
they
stupid
advertise
shit.
That's the
I'm
only
not
reason
saying
why,
anything
because they
is
advertise
wrong
better.
with
They
that.
have the better music. They
But
have
why
the
do you
better
think
this.
they doing that? You got particular people. That's why the world is designed to be how it is or whatever. You got 1% of rich people. You got rich people who they meet at the Bilderberg conference every year or whatever, and they speak on the things in my opinion, I call them tactics on what they're gonna do to continue to keep their society within range or whatever. So they go to the Bilderberg conference or whatever. All kinds of motherfuckers. Rich people, I can't even think of their names, but I'm talking about like the royal family motherfuckers. I'm talking about rich out of this fucking realm rich, and they meet up and they talk about what they're gonna continue to do or whatever, and they study us. They study the poor people so they can continue to keep it like that. And so it is what it is. I don't got no problems because they probably listening to me right now, and I'm not trying to devise no revolution or nothing, but I'm just telling about the knowledge that I know.
Do you want a revolution?
That's also based, kind of going off of what you just said about how like all the rich white people and stuff, not necessarily white, but that upper
people,
class,
that upper class
they all
people.
stick together. Like if you haven't noticed, they all have like
They
all the
got
resources.
money.
They have all the resources. So like if somebody has a kid and they want to do this, they call up John or whatever. John.
Yeah, they all stay in their circles.
Yeah,
yes.
but like poor or not even all poor people, because Hispanics, Asians, they all
they
stick
kind of
together.
unionized.
Black
Black people, but some
Yeah.
slavery and fuck black people up.
They get successful and then they don't want to help each other really.
No,
like
and that
you
is
see other
very
people doing.
true.
But
You have
also
people who
think
would
about
try to
it,
get you
the
to lose your
races
job.
change once you get money.
What happened?
Because look at all the black people that have money. They think they're white now.
Some of them do.
I'm white. I'm not think I'm not gonna give you no money. I did no fucking work.
If I became rich,
I would not give nobody money who ain't busting no grades.
nah, I think it's the whole mindset people have. Like even my family. Like if I have something, like certain people in my family, they'll ask for it. You know what I mean? They want that. Like
And
I
they
start
feel
up a
entitled
YouTube
to it,
channel
like,
or something like that. They want help. They want to do this instead of asking me how I did it.
yeah,
you
they
know
want
what I mean?
you to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So it's kind of like teach a man to fish. You feed him for life. You give him a fish. You feed him for a day. It's kind of like that. People, they need to change their perspectives of what they want from them.
People lazy, but that's human nature. So you have those people out there, which is most out of all of us or whatever, that are freaking lazy. And then you have your chosen few or your very few people who go out and get theirs. Telling
But
you,
you're
it is
also
kind
in
of
that
survival of the fittest.
You're also in that generation nowadays where, like, we missed that opportunity. Us as millennials have missed that opportunity to
well,
be
we're
part
actually
of.
millennials, Trevor, and I believe Trevor and what's your name?
Masera.
Huh?
Masera.
Masera?
Yeah.
Masera and TJ, they're Generation X.
They were born after 2000 though.
Yeah, Generation X.
Oh,
We're all
so they're
millennials.
okay. So I take that back. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Those
I
are
want to
people
be
born after
Generation
2000.
X.
But we're millennials. We're an amazing group of people.
So 2000 and up is Generation X.
Yeah,
Yes.
the 2000 kids, people that are 15, 16.
But
like,
as millennials, we missed that opportunity to be there while the work was being done. Nowadays, we have all these rich people that are handed their riches.
I think we have way more opportunities than people.
yeah,
we
we
don't
are
have
at the. I
opportunity.
feel like
We
we
have
are
fucking
at the prime
avocado
of
toast.
civilization.
No,
Or whatever.
that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, way
We
more.
are
I'm not
avocado
saying
toast.
that. We have the opportunities, but now we're getting to that point where the rich people that are rich, they're just being handed their riches. They're not working for them.
Oh, yeah,
so now
definitely.
all the poor people are looking for quick ways to get rich instead of in the long run being rich.
Yeah, because they want to be rich so
And
goddamn
lastly,
bad
for
so
their
quick.
families, they
Yeah.
just want to get the money right now because that's what's happening. That's what's happening with the rich families is now they're just passing down their riches.
Mm-hmm.
They're not actually working for it anymore.
Yeah.
Just like Donald Trump, his daddy gave him $1
Yeah,
million
his daddy
when he
gave him
moved
his
out at
money.
17.
Yeah.
You know, that's not earning your
When I
riches.
moved out at 17.
But
Boy.
yeah, that's why you have to know things
Yeah,
like
rest
this or
in
whatever
peace,
in
man.
order to ultimately shape what
Don't
kind of
get
decisions
cocaine
you
off.
make for your life. That's why you are stupid as fuck if you do have a kid young and you ain't got no motherfucking money and riches to take care of it.
That was
You
almost
stupid as right, so that's why he probably was kind of slightly stressed the other day. You don't really need to be doing no goddamn drugs. You ain't got no goddamn money to pay for no drugs. I'm talking about myself because I didn't party
So,
for
I have a
20 to
question.
26. Okay.
I have a question.